Francis found himself increasingly unsatisfied. He had everything going for him: wealth, health, friends, girls, yet he was not happy. As for Clare, she looked at her life, the choice between nobility and Jesus. And Clare realized that her life could only be fulfilled by giving it completely to Jesus, the spouse she had grown in love with. And so, as he does for us, God used events to lead Francis and Clare to him. For Clare, it was the witness, the preaching of Francis, as well as the opposition that she faced from her family. It's interesting because Clare lived right next door to the great cathedral of San Rufino, and she would hear Francis preach in that cathedral. And it really helped her. For a whole year, she planned with Francis on where her life was heading. For Francis, as you see in this image, it was the cross that appeared in his life. Not only this cross of Saint Damiano that spoke to him, but the actual cross in his life. Each one of us has some cross in our life that we face, and it can be a real defining moment for us. At the age of about 20, Francis, that budding knight, as you saw on that horse in front of the basilica, he was the first to enlist in the army, the first to encourage his friends to do the same, but it all ended shamelessly, as a failure. He was taken prisoner and locked away in the grim dungeons of Perugia for a whole year, where he was treated with brutality. Maybe some of you are listening a little bit to the experience of Cardinal Pell in prison and how it's really affected his life as well. Not in a bad way, not in a bad way. And that's the point. God is able to draw good out of evil. And the interminable days spent in the darkness of the prison seems to have lighted some kind of light in the soul of Francis. He had time to reflect on his past life, the fragility of the human condition. A harsh existence in the prison took its toll on him. He fell ill. And when he finally returned home, this illness also kept him away from his former lifestyle. Locked up in his own home, often bedridden, Francis began to see himself and his life with entirely new eyes. There was also, obviously, that experience with the leper, meeting the leper, that changed him. What is the point of life? What am I living for? For both Francis and Clare, struggles, difficulties, touched by the love of Christ who looked at them, drew them out of the crowd, led to profound compassion for the human condition. Just look at this cross. Archbishop Sorrentino gave a beautiful reflection on this cross. But if you see, the eyes of Jesus are wide open. And in a real sense, Jesus is drawing us into the cross. Just reflect on that for a moment. Look at the cross. And Jesus is saying, enter the cross, enter your cross, my cross. You will suffer, but with faith, it will lead to a better life for you, a more fulfilled life. And that's exactly what happened with Francis. Profound compassion for the human condition, patience, mercy, offering one's own sufferings, penance for the other.
Hi, are you ready to get back together with people and talk about our faith? Think about joining us on an Inside the Vatican pilgrimage. Go to InsideTheVaticanPilgrimages.com and see all our latest pilgrimages. Come join us on pilgrimage.